Hey team, welcome back. This is about leaders giving people space. I guess that's a friendlier way of talking about perhaps micromanagement. Leaders step back and let people think. We all know it. There is nothing worse than the chronic micromanager, that leader that is always in your space, who has your number and is chasing your back. Maybe all with good intent. However, they are the leader who wants to tell you in every minute detail everything that needs to happen, accompanied by a step-by-step instructional video to ensure things are done, followed quickly by a message and then a meeting to check in. And then the incessant follow-up day after day. The emails that go past 4 or 5 lines, creating a lengthy missile that you tune out from reading. Don't get me wrong, the odd lengthy email full of information I can handle with a solid cup of coffee in hand. But when it comes to the leader's regular communication style, take note, we all stop reading. The only thing that is worse than the micromanaging leader is the leader who adds, oh yeah, but it's up to you at the end of it all. I know you've all done it, we've all done it, we've all had it done to us, particularly at times when our workplaces are super busy. You know, those crunch points of the year. The last thing we need is the micromanager. But what we find is that in these times of high stakes and busyness, many leaders step in and start to micromanage. You know, I might as well do it myself. At least it'll get done and done right, and I won't be left waiting. As a side note, micromanagement is a tool that leaders will really acknowledge they do, though their teams will tell you otherwise. It is a trait that few seek feedback on, yet is overutilized. It is helpful for the 5% of souls who need help out of the most difficult situations. Sadly, we have leaders who use it to manage. I say manage, not lead, the other 95% of the team more often than they need it. Micromanagement is actually inefficient. It is disempowering. It is about control and often power over others. It does little to build confidence and belief. It lessens overall productivity and innovation. Teams become more conforming, which some might see as a positive, and return to a factory production line thinking. It is actually at these crunch times of the year where all of those foundations we've worked on up until this point come into play. It is when the dear Kenny Rogers and his gambler starts to sing. Pressure times need leaders who are strategic and able to read the situation. They need leaders who can set clear direction, answer questions, give timelines, give the details needed, establish timeframes, manage the intersections, the clashes in schedules, and think on their feet. It's when we come to our fore. And if we start to micromanage, it is a sign that we're perhaps out of control and we're not confident in what we're doing. And then these good leaders step back and let people manage and get on and do their thing. Don't underestimate your team. You hired many of them and you've had at least part of the year already to work with them. They are your team, your people. Treat them with the professional respect they deserve. They might surprise you. Professional trust is integral in establishing high-performing teams. I say professional trust, not blind trust. Let people get on with it. Your next job is to get on with your own stuff and then step in with check-ins and accountability. Is everyone okay? Does anyone need any extra clarity? Anything extra? Are timeframes being met? Send a reminder, be accessible, and let them get on with it. Leaders set the direction, establish the framework, give the targets, offer ideas, then step back and let people do their job. They offer clarity and boundaries to bounce from. They know their people and who needs the scaffolds and who doesn't. They step in, when they need to, but they let people get on with their work. A significant number of our teams are driven by autonomy. Setting direction and boundaries allows people to self-manage and gives them back their autonomy. Autonomy gives control and empowerment. With empowerment, we can be more confident and, yes, more efficient. Isn't this what we need during the crunch times? Step back, give them their space, and reap the rewards. Let them fly. Yes, #avoid micromanagement.